Back to Garua. By the way, buy a feather from there. Buy up to 3 feathers. Sure, why not? Let's go north. Guess what? We're gonna fight in the forest. The easy forest. For one specific purpose. Although there's another forest you might want to fight in as well. Well, this one to the far northeast corner of the world. I don't want to fight this thing, but I'm going to anyway. A hard-shelled bits. What a little bits. I just went there. Also, what does an enemy that looks like it belongs in the sea have doing in the mountains? And despite its powerful sounding attack, thankfully, since it's in the beginning part of the game, it's not super powerful. Thank goodness it doesn't have any special abilities here. 28 fangs. And a little bit of fang. That's all good. But what I was looking for is enemies in the forest. One in particular. Not a Sisag, although we can beat him now. The only downside is he has a fire attack. That'll hit all the people in your party. Fortunately, he doesn't put you to sleep. That's the only unfortunate. Also, gotta like the new backgrounds as well. Pretty colorful, actually. Kind of strange that some other games use a totally black screen for the battle background. Some very popular ones, I might add. But that's not the point. The point is to find this. A liphant. Yes, an elephant man. I am so sorry. Also, one quick moment. Anyway, continuing on with the elephant man. Also, I gotta remember to fight with Guy more. Get him leveled up. I know that takes an extra button press. Kind of annoying. But nonetheless. 10 fangs. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. A sacred nut. Good thing I got a bunch of those ahead of time. You can carry a maximum of 9 plus 2. Yeah, you get 3 at a time. And using the same glitch as with the herbs. 11 nuts. A powerful item you can throw at enemies. Hey, beastie! Probably the weakest forest monster. A beastie as well. Pretty much a joke. So there's also one more forest you might want to fight in while grinding to get powerful enough to beat that horrible knight. And maybe get enough money as well to upgrade your weapons and armor. It's either this one or the next one to the west. Next one to the west. Just west of Aurak. Okay, we knew that. But there's still more pieces of information they can give. And it would be nice to know them all. But until then... give me a moment to find a particular enemy. Hey, a Kokin! Looks pretty fierce. And it's definitely no joke. On the positive side, it has no special abilities. So why would I want to fight this fearsome thing? Well, the reward is pretty decent. No special items. No nuts for you. The liphant is the only one who drops the nuts. 25 things and 8,000 guilders. Pretty nice. Still not the best thing to grind on, but it surpasses the Great Lion as far as experience goes as well. I think there might be something in the middle of these mountains. Allow me to double check before I die. Oh yes, when exploring, save your game. Hey, in the middle of all these mountains, there's a nice little village. It's the Village of Restoration. And they charge 30,000. Those jerks. This is also the only place in the entire game where you can revive characters. Yep, no other healer can do it. No other items can do it. Depressing, I know. So you might want to make a separate save file, and if one of your characters dies, at least until 30,000 means nothing, go back to that save file. Yes, I am advocating save scumming for a very good purpose. Because there are some caves you can go into, some you can't. Some are dungeons, and some are special events where horrible creatures live. Hello, evil merchant. Goodbye, evil merchant. Igara. Oh my. He looks like a lanky fellow. But he is pathetically weak. This was one of the two monsters I was looking for earlier. And by defeating this guy, you get a fairly nice reward. Nice. So the grinding isn't all bad here. And it could be a lot worse. I should tell you how much worse it is in the next video, but we need to continue on for a little bit. Taking a quick look into the desert, it's a desert worm. Something's wrong with that worm. It has something in its mouth. And I don't know why. A Lordor. Nope. Not fighting anything in here. Instead, I'm going in this cave. Or am I? Something fierce is in there. Something I don't want to deal with right now. Ew, it's a vom. It makes you want to vom it. Terrible pun, I know. Surrounded by worms. That's a horrible thing to happen to you. And here's our third palace swap, the Rosaga. However you want to pronounce that. The one thing I do want to pronounce is getting back out of this desert. And get a little bit more money. so I can face a horrible. Save. Save before you go into this fight. A rematch with the skeleton. And I'm pretty sure Guy would do a good amount of damage now. But that skeleton does so much. Why don't we use those magical nuts? Nice little chunk. Plus both our characters get experience for it. Plus the enemy cannot counter. That's right, you can keep using as many magical items as you can till you run out, with no repercussions. I know it's cheap, but it's extremely effective. You might call this a case of the complete nuts. Nutcase, yes. Until I run out. Would be nice if I had that other magical item, that Staff of Earthquakes, but we know that's not going to be for a while. And thankfully it tells me that. Saves me a little time. And for our reward, I'm usually 4 fangs. But 100 fame, which is pretty good. On the other positive side, we never have to fight that guy here again. So finally, what lies south of this forest? Another forest. And a crawler. That looks like a mouse snake. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-C. What a mouse. At least it's not a snatcher. This thing we need to fight is another snatcher. Usually best to attack with your strongest guy first, in case your enemy has party-hurting abilities. Also 30 fangs. Not enough fame though, only 15. You get more fame for weaker enemies. Seriously. Also stocking up on them herbs and spices. That's some good stuff. Hey, a nice little village. Need a ship. 30. Die. Unfortunately, yes, we will pay this price. The legendary. Well, not legendary. Ship Argo. We can sail to Eratos and other places. To a point. We still can't deal with the storms, though. But now, we can walk on water. What? Yeah, we can walk on water. Hi, merchant. What's up? Oh, interesting. Any luck? Perhaps she is a thief. Could she unlock those caverns? Why, of course. Also, remember to save now that we've beaten that horrible Homer skeleton. Because in this cave, there's a lock. We must unlock everything. Hey, a giant snail. Probably the weakest of the sea creatures. It's a snail. In a pretty nice background. But nonetheless, it's a snail. I can hardly say I'm impressed. So, following along with our map now, Wherever there is light water, we could go around the Julius Sea. To Eratos to the south. Daggone it. It's a dagon. A little bit tougher than your variety of snail, but twice as ugly. Looks more like an alien. Did you remember to hug your alien today? Also, today's drink is Coke. Coca-Cola. Much more worth it. 20 things. And 30 fame. Gotta keep my health up because there are a few dangerous regular water. We will now call it the shallows. To worry about. And we need to disembark a little bit further to the east. On the somewhat safe plains. Not too near the desert, though. Hey, a Yorkie. In search of our second companion. In search of looking at my map. Oops. That town is slightly to the north, I believe. And then there's a castle to the west. Pardon me. Eratos. Wait a minute. I think that's a dungeon. Do we really need to go to a dungeon at this point? Probably not. Let's see if we can go in there. One moment while I see if this dungeon is really necessary. I am interested in the rest of that area, though. To the west we go. As soon as I remember what buttons west. A gruel. Oh dear, he looks fierce. He's orange and he has an attitude. Ladies and gentlemen, the weakest pound for pound enemy in the game, next to the Weasley Wimp. Outside of having a lot of health, this guy is a pushover. And what I also mean pound for pound is he also gives out the greatest amount of guilders. Next to the Crooked. 6,000 guilders, 24 fangs. For somebody that easily defeated. And Igel is also probably the second most. But you know about this guy. You know, long tail. Still go watch out for snatchers. And maybe one or two other enemies. But we have finally made it. The wonderful town of Torif. Torif. Terrific. Now if we could only sail into those rough seas, or somehow get across them. Yes, we aren't. What? I don't even know where to begin, but we're still looking for our healer. Not our healer, but I found our healer. Our second companion. The third miracle warrior, if you will. And of course the smith. If by some chance you haven't picked up the smith at this point, please do. You can get the money in 2 fights now. And for some reason, they still have this jerk here. And of course the town I'm not even gonna call him a beggar anymore. Beggars have more tact than this. Going to the Misty Caverns. What? I think that's a weird hint, but I think it involves me going to that one dungeon I was just in. Also, Feather. Another town I can quickly travel to, thank goodness. And of course the standard fanfare there. Okay, maybe this isn't the town where I get my third companion. Might be in another town on this continent. That would be to the east, but for right now we're going west. An Ogok! Don't take a bull by horns, you might get hurt. No, not really that tough. I might be a little bit over leveled at this point. Nevertheless, it's still a bull. A blue bull. With a lot of fangs. So now we found a good place to grind for fangs as well. Could this continent get any better? Maybe. Oh, Guru. Even that, seeing that bar move that rapidly is awesome. Speaking of awesome, here's a castle. And a man with a legendary sword. Does not suit a man's hands. Is that another hint? Maybe.